want to explain why Caleb had a different spirit. The first point I'm going to pull out in verse number 7 is they spoke to the church. Caleb and Joshua spoke to the church, which is not on the wall, but in verse 6, Joshua the son of Nun, Caleb the son of Jephunneh, they were so upset with the people and how the people were reacting about going into the promised land. Verse 6 says that at the end of verse 6, it says, they tore or rent their clothes. They were so upset with the people. But they spoke to the church. And they said this, and they spoke to all the congregation of the sons of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to spy is an exceedingly good land. They start explaining about the land. We talked about it in verse 13 last week. But I want to tell y'all something. God promised Israel Canaan. Told them about it through the spies, but they refused. Watch it, you got to be careful that you don't refuse what God promised you. Amen. Israel, the chosen people, refused to go in to Canaan. So Joshua and Caleb speaks to the congregation, the church, and tell them that it is a exceedingly good land. And watch verse number 8. Verse 8 says, if the Lord is pleased, satisfied, delighted with us. All right. If the Lord, and says, if God is pleased with us and happy with us, then he will bring us into this land and give it to us. If God is pleased with us. Amen. If God is satisfied with us. Right. If God is delighted with us, then he will. Yeah. It didn't say maybe. I don't care what translation you look at. It doesn't say maybe. It says he will. Yeah. That is a definite. Bring us into the land and give it to us. A land that flows with milk and honey. The milk and honey means a land of abundance. A land of plenty. But they explain this to the church. They speak to the church. And they also give other instructions in verse number 9. Point number 2, don't rebel against God. Don't rebel against God. God has already told you what he's going to do. All that he's going to do, he told you all this. And Joshua, the point in 2 is don't rebel. And the word rebel means don't revoke against God. Watch verse 9. Only do not rebel. Do not revoke against the Lord. And do not fear. Where it is. This is what the problem was. And do not fear the people of the land. They were afraid of the people. And they got on about God and what God said he was going to do for them. They heard the 10 knucklehead spies. I'll call them knucklehead spies, okay? Because they did not believe what God said he's going to do. So that's why I call them knucklehead spies. The 10 spies who did not believe or who did not gravitate to what God had said he would do with them, they told them that they're the giants from Canaan. They're giants. We're grasshoppers before them. And so they gravitated to that. The congregation gravitated to that. And Joshua and Caleb is trying to get the people to understand. And I need you to really look at verse. I know you got it. Look at it real close, y'all. Look at it real close. Do not fear the people of the land, For they will be our prey.
Yeah.
The word prey means they will be our food. Let's go further. Here it is right here. This is why they should not be scared. Their protection has been removed from them.
All right.
Y'all should jump up and down on that one. The enemy's protection has been removed. I'm going to say it again. Somebody else can hear. I'm in Bible country, church. That's the Bible. We're going through, but the Bible says their protection has been removed from them. And since their protection, talk to me, Holy Ghost. Since their protection has left them and has been removed, they are nothing to you and I. We are more than conquerors through him that loved us. So since he removed the protection, we become giants and they become grasshoppers. Because when the protection is removed from the enemy, you become a giant in Jesus. You get power. Watch the rest of the text. Woo! I can dance on that one. It's been removed. It's gone. Now, I want, before I go to the rest of the text, be careful that you don't fall into this thing of perception of what it looked like. See, they look at what it looked like. But the Bible says the protection has been removed. It don't mean what it don't mean what it looked like, because what God said it's going to be. Watch the rest of number 9. He says, and the Lord is with us. That's why you just never going to march, walk tall, stand tall. I told y'all walk and talk last week. I got it. Walk and talk. God is with us. And he says, do not, watch the end of it. And he says, do not fear them. Why? Because the protection has been removed. Verse 10. But watch this. He tells them in 9, the protection is gone. But they still don't believe. Because watch the text. But all the congregation, I'm going to shoot like this, the church said to stone them with stones. They just told the church that God has removed the protection and that God is with us and don't fear them. But they spoke. I don't understand. But the congregation, the church, said stone them with stones. Well, that's a doubting church. That's a church that fears man and don't fear God.
That's right.
Watch the rest of it. But God shows up.
Yes, he does.
It says, and then the glory of the Lord appeared in the meeting, in the tent of meeting, to all the sons of Israel. God said, I'm going to show my glory. He talks about the glory. He said, I'm going to show my splendor in the church. Look at verse 11. God starts talking to Moses, the under shepherd. The shepherd talks to the under shepherd. The shepherd talks to the under shepherd. And the Lord says to the under shepherd, how long will this people? New American says spurn. It means really, King James says provoke. Am I right, King James? Provoke or despise me. God asked Moses a question. He asked the under shepherd a question. How long will these people act like this? How long will the church walk around in disbelief in what I said I want to do? And how long will they not believe in me? Well, y'all gonna see something in a minute. You'll see something in what God says. Now believe me, despite of all the signs, the miracles, which I have performed in their midst. How are you going to not believe me when I showed you, I took you out of Egypt, I had you walk on dry ground, and you didn't drown, and then I took you to the wilderness, and you still don't believe me? Can I go further? Come on. Israel's so stiff-necked, stubborn, it's not up there, Raymond, June 3rd. It's not up there, but I'm going to talk about it. In the midst of that, they said, let's get another leader. Can I tell y'all something? Don't get mad at me. A leader not to do what you want him to do. They wanted somebody, and you keep reading in that 40 times, they wanted to sign another leader to do what they wanted to do and not do what God says do. And that was my second point was, do not rebel against God. It's dangerous to rebel against a holy God. It's dangerous to rebel against a righteous God. Watch it. The second and third point. Forgetting what God has done will cause you to miss your blessing. Forgetting what God has done will cause you to miss your blessing.
Yes, it does.
When I read that, and he gave me that third point in the text, an old song came up in my spirit. I never shall forget what the Lord has done for me. Right now, I'm going through. But I still am not going to forget what the Lord has done for me. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. And because he done it in the past, he's going to do it again.
Right. It's right.
Watch 22. Watch 22. Let me tell you something. Don't you dwell on your past too long, and you forget your blessing.
Right.
It's in the text. It's in the text. Verse 22. Surely all the men who have seen my glory, my splendor, my signs, my miracles, which I performed in Egypt and in the wilderness, yet they put me to a test these 10 times. And have not listened to my voice. What God is saying in verse 22, I showed them what I did in Egypt. I showed them what I did in the wilderness. And then they still don't believe me and they don't listen to my voice. It's dangerous. That's why Caleb, I'll get in a minute, but I want to talk about it for a second. That's why he got a different spirit. He not gravitate to their mindset. Oh, that's God, thank you, Holy Ghost. You cannot get around somebody who has a negative attitude. All right. Because if you're around them long enough, you will gravitate and you'll get in your spirit and you'll walk around talking like they talk. You'll walk around acting like they want to act. Be careful who you connect to. They had the wrong and bad spirit. Be careful who you hang with. Be careful who you hook up with. You can hook up the wrong hookup. Then you wonder how you get in this predicament or this position because you hung around the wrong person. You did not ask for God to lead you and guide you and give you discernment who you need to hook up with. Y'all get that in the morning. Watch 23. Shall by no means see the land. Watch this. I told y'all what the third point was. Forgetting what God had done will cause you to miss your blessing. It's in 23. It's in 23. 23 says, shall by no means see this land which I swore to their fathers. Watch the rest of the text. Nor shall any of those who spurned me or rejected me see it. Because when we don't walk in obedience to God, God will not allow us to get the blessing that he called us to have. And so all these verses I gave you were people who did not, except for 7 and 8, who did not believe what God said he would do. So verse 24, and I'm coming home. Verse 24 says, I want to give this fourth point. When you fully follow God, he will bless you and your descendants.
Yeah.
I want to say that again.
Say that.
When you fully follow God, he will bless you and your descendants or your seed.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
I can say that the third time.
Woo, yeah.
He says, when you individually in the house follow God, he will bless you and your seed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo! Thank you, Lord.
Drop this out there, everybody here.
Drop it out. Yeah.
To my seed. When I follow God fully, he will bless my seed. He will bless his seed. I feel so pushing it now. When my granddaughters, through me following God fully, doing the best I can spiritually, will drop on him. And when he, he is right here. When he follows God fully, he'll drop to my granddaughters. Raymond and Riley. You know, brother, when Riley and Raymond grows up and have their kids, and they follow God fully, it'll drop on your kids. It will drop on every generation. When you follow God fully, your kids may be acting up, cutting up, messing up, but when you follow God fully, God says he will bless you.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Watch the rest of the text as I come home, because I feel you pushing me on. Watch verse number 24 and the end portion of 24. He says, my servant Caleb. He tells who Caleb is to him. My servant Caleb, who serves me. Caleb. Who is Caleb? Caleb, the faithful spy, who reported the promised land favorably and urged the people to go on and capture the land. He wasn't scared of the other 10. He knew what God said, and he said, he thought about this. If God be for us, if God be for us, who can be against us? The odds may look like it's against you, but I want to let you know if God be for you, and can I just do the preaching? Let me do the preaching structure in the word. Since God is for you, who can be against you?
Nobody.
Well,
he tells the second point, or the second part of verse 24, he tells what type of person Caleb is. He tells who he is, then he tells what type of person he is. Because he had a different spirit or a different attitude. Can I just tell y'all something? Y'all remember this? All y'all ain't been saved all your life. Y'all remember this song by Patti LaBelle? That's it. Somebody knows it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Patti said, I got a new attitude. Well, Caleb had a new attitude. He did not have an attitude of the other 10. He had a different spirit and has followed me fully or completely. And the word had in the text means he has remained. He has continued to follow me in the midst of what y'all done said.
All right.
In the midst of y'all not believing what I said, he has continued, he has maintained the same mindset, the same attitude.
All right.
He has not changed his mind 1 iota.
No, he didn't.
He has not changed his mind, nor has he changed his position. Ooh, the devil is trying to cause us to change our position. But I just told you, if God be for you, who can be against you? And you're more than a conqueror through him that loves you. Don't change your position. Third point, he tells him, where are you going to take him to? He said, I will bring into the land which or where he entered. He entered. He already spied it out. I'm going to bring you into it. Notice, I don't know why, but I don't see Joshua nowhere in here. It's all about what Caleb has done and what Caleb has done and what Caleb is doing. And so we can be gravitated to it, so we can be like Caleb.
All right.
He said, I will bring into the land which or where he entered. He's going into the promised land because he didn't change his mindset. And not only am I going to bring him into the promised land, but his descendants, I don't need your wife to listen to this. His descendants, his seed shall take possession of it. The word possession means they're going to occupy it. They're going to live in the promise.
All right.
Your sons, your daughters, your granddaughters, your grandsons shall take possession because you live fully a total life under God, and he's going to bless you and your seed. I don't care what the judge is doing.
That's right.
I don't care what the maid is doing. But when you walk fully and totally to God, God will touch the heart of Johnny and Mabel, and they will walk fully before a holy God. Can I just tell you something else, and I'm about to conclude? You got to go through the wilderness to get to the promise. That's the tough part, is going through the wilderness. That's the challenging part, is going through the wilderness. But I tell you, hang on in the wilderness, you will receive the promise. In the wilderness, there are other things that go on in the wilderness.
Amen.
Let me tell you a few things. Happen in the wilderness. Sickness happens in the wilderness. Trouble happens in the wilderness. Misfortune happens in the wilderness. Shortness of funds happens in the wilderness. All this stuff goes on. I can go on and on. All these things happen in the wilderness. But I tell you, God is Jehovah Rapha. He is the healer. God is Jehovah. Good God, Jireh. He is the provider. Whatever he said he's going to do, he's going to do just what he said he's going to do. You and I got to keep our heads up high and look to the hills from which cometh our help. All of our help, all of our strength, all of it comes from the Lord who made the heavens and he made the earth. God will do what he said he'll do. Can I read the NLT as I'm concluding? But my servant Caleb has a different attitude. than the others have. You get it over here. Than the others have. He has remained loyal to me. Maybe it didn't. He has remained loyal to me. So I will bring him into the land he explored. I just thought about something. He said, I will bring him into the land that he explored. So it lets me know that he allowed Caleb to see the blessing first. He gonna show you your blessing. Whether it be here, well, it's gonna be here. He gonna show you your blessing. He shows Caleb the land that he explored. He allows him to go in the land that he already saw. His descendants will possess their full share. Full share. Let me say some share. Full share of that land. You won't get a portion. You get your full share.
Right.
Y'all you get your full share of that land. You and your descendants will get the full. What you got coming to you. And what you have coming to you, can nobody take what God has coming to you. I just want to stand right here. Here, their full share. Not some share, he said full. It means complete share of what you want to get. Of that land. Of the promise. All of it. You're not going to get some of what he told you. You won't get all of it. I want us, as I close for the 5th time. Grace. I want to share with you that whatever you're going through, I would encourage you to walk fully with God. Completely with God. Be loyal to God, and God will bless you and your descendants. Can I just add to it? In abundance. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. This is.